Yay! I am live. Okay, let's see here. It has been a day. I don't know if you guys are hot, but whoo, is it ever hot here today? It's probably hotter in some places, I'm sure, but it's that kind of humidity where you can't breathe. Let me see here. Alrighty. Alrighty. You get you guys on live chat where I can read you on my phone. I have to have my phone because I can't see. And everything's so tiny on my phone. It's little. It's hard when you go to sales and you're trying to see stuff. I try to do my laptop now. I will play it and then do the other. Oh my goodness, I have to share my spider story. They're worse. I come down here after not being down here for a couple weeks and I've got spiders everywhere. So I told my husband we're going to have somebody come in and spray because they're getting out of control. We could have spider soup. So anyways, last week, everybody kept saying, why are you closing those envelopes? Because I made other things with them and I used up what I made. So now I need to make something else. And that's one thing nice about being a crafter is you can always turn things into something different. So these I had actually bought at a sale. I think these come from Katie's sale. And they were already pre-cut, which is like, they're like perfect size. See, so you can use up stuff. These here, I measured a little bit bigger. And this is white cardstock and red cardstock. And let's see. Usually magazine page envelopes turn out to be about the size that I made them. And here is, I don't know what just fell. These are approximately 11 and a half. Well, this is kind of off by 8, somewhere around there. They're all going to be different sizes, I'm sure. This is 11 and a half by 8 and a half, but it's all good because they'll be used up. So these are, wait a minute, I got them on the centimeter side. Team, you're doing good. These are a little over 2.5 by almost 4.5. Let's try this again. 3.5, because I had it on the wrong side. These are inches by a little over 4.5. So what I did was pretty much just put this in the center of a note card to where it showed on all sides, and I cut it down. So I'm using this to cut these white ones out of cardstock because I want the red ones to fit into the white ones. So this is what we are playing with today. Hey, Cynthia. Welcome, welcome. Well, I hope you are having a good evening, and thanks for popping in to even say hello. So I took and I cut a few of these up, and I just used regular white cardstock. And I just turned it over and traced them and cut them out to make these. So if I need more, it's right there. Okay, so we're going to start with these envelopes is a base. Christmas journals, I like to use red or just certain projects I'm working on. So the red comes in handy right now. So on that note, this is what we're going to start with. And let's see here. Get my Alina's tacky glue ready. And that one looks a little big for this one. Let's do one a little bigger for now, because I want it to just fit. Hey, Kim. I have taken magazine envelopes and I'm turning them into something else. Hey, Behes. That's a different ID. Hey, Kyle. Let me get my hugs in. I wing it, Kim. I rarely ever plan. I might get my stuff ready to hold on, I'm gonna make you mod Behes so you can go check out people's channels. I don't know if it's true. I can't prove it, but they say if you put your own link in, it costs you subscribers. We put it to the test and we did lose subscribers doing that. So we kind of put links in for other people's channels. I have 2 friends here who are trying to get to 1K. And I'm going to share their links tonight in here a couple times in case anybody wants to check them out. One of them is a crafter who has great sales. Let me get her up here. Wait a minute. Let me find her channel first. She is at 645 subscribers. She's not here right now, but this is Mary Ann. She goes by Happy Paper People. And we do networking in here, so you can check out people's channels, subscribe if you want to. Just don't go to people's channel and use the word sub, because that sub word will put you in spam by itself. I don't know why YouTube's finicky about the words, but subscribe, they can't actually do it. Subscribers, they do, but the word subscribe is on the button. So I don't know. I just tell people I'm following them, so it just makes it easier. And then the other person that I want to put in here, let me get her channel up. Because I know everybody loves that 1K, you know, to get to that 1K. She's got 506 subscribers right now. And this is Lisa Jameson. I've been following Lisa since like right after I started my channel pretty much. We met early. So we have her channel. And then let me get other channels in here. Cynthia usually helps me, but tonight I'm going to put these in. Cynthia is a big help to me while I'm crafting, because she'll put the channel names and the links in for me. But here is Southpaw's channel, who is Kim. There's Sandy. And hey, college, don't you be lurking. Get your butt in here. CDC is who I call college. I haven't done any challenges. Let me put it in here. I'm always afraid to sign up for challenges because I'm afraid I'll never get them done. Let me get his CDC's channel in here. He's always fixing something. Um, if you don't know how to open, I mean, some people have their channels set to privacy settings and they don't know it. So if you need to know how to open them, that's another way of networking. This is Beheeze's. Um, because I mean, some people have their own reasons why they keep them closed, and that's fine and dandy. But sometimes when people set up their YouTube channel, they don't know that it's automatically goes into privacy settings. So we've been teaching some of the people like from the Philippines because we are up against 5 language barriers on this one stream I hang in. And so we're teaching them how to take it off because they didn't know. Here's Bacheese's channel. And all you got to do, you see if I can do this real quick. What the heck? Is you go here if you don't know how to do it. Let me get to my channel. Okay, and then you click your channel and you go to where that pencil is icon and you click there. And that's how you go to show your subscriptions as private. When it's gray, mine are open. When it's blue, they're closed. And the reason why I set mine to open is because it's also another way to network, believe it or not. When you go into, I love it that I'm down here on the camera tonight because I can show you guys in the YouTube Creator Studio. If you go down to your analytics, let me see if I can find it. It says view more. Okay, wait a minute. I always forget where this is located. Okay. You go to view more on your analytics and it says overview and content and audience. You click on content and you scroll down here. People are finding me more on channel pages. I got 36% finding me in other people's open channels where they're not privacy settings. I got 25 people who actually do YouTube searches and the notifications are 18.5 and then the browse features are 14.0. That's how they find you. So it does not benefit to have your privacy settings closed if you are trying to network your channel, because what it is when you go into my live and you see all these people in here in my community, if you go, we already did the weeding out of the people who are kind of, we weed out the channels who are good versus some crazy channels out there, which I've only run into 2 so far that I actually unsubscribed from because their content was terrible. But anyways, you go under channels on here and you will see, for instance, I'm just going to use an example. If you go to the top of my page where it says videos and community and you scroll over where it says channels and you click on it, those are all the people that I am subscribed to. So all you got to do is go down my content and find people. It's so easy to network this way better than constantly searching names, because sometimes when I search YouTube, I can't find a person. This is so much easier. So that's why my privacy settings will never be private. And I know another YouTuber who is bigger than me who told me he won't even add people unless this is open, because that's the way he networks. So it's just all up to the individual on, how you want to represent your channel. But anyways, hey Tim. Hey Mark. Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia, she is so awesome. She is so great at sharing links. Hey, East Dad. East. You guys were so funny the other night. I really enjoyed that stream. He's so fun. But Cynthia, she'll get ya. She'll put your links in. But anyways, give me 1 second. I hear my dog prancing. Just give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. You talk amongst each other, check out each other's channels. Give me a second. Alrighty, I'm back. My fur baby wears me out. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Penny. Whew. Hey, you lovely people. Oh, we have a variety of channels that comes in here, and I love it. Penny, she does Stampin' Up stamps. Tim, he's just ornery. Nikki, she does great channels. She does a little bit of everything. She has some ASMR. She does makeup. She talks about life experiences. Uh, who else? East Dad's a gamer, and he's really funny when you get him on a panel. Kim does art and crafts. And the two links I put in, one's a seller and another one does crafts. Cynthia and Mark don't have channels yet. Yet. I don't know if they will or not, but they're fun people. And of course, we got Big Mama Sandy, and she is full of jokes. She is so comical. Ugh. My fur baby's my only kid that lives at home, so I have to spoil her. And believe me, she's spoiled. She is one of those dogs, though, that hates firecrackers and lightning and thunder. And I don't know if this was something that was inbred in her or, a bad experience, because we had a bad storm one time and it just scared her to death. So I don't know. You know what I mean? It's the sound of thunder. So I had to buy her Wonder. They're called Thunder Wonders, and they're chews for dogs. And it's got a little melatonin in it and stuff. It's all natural. And I'm trying it on her to see if it works. And the last time when the 4th came, we had them in after, because it's like the whole month, the 4th of July, people here blow up firecrackers. So we did some, and it seemed to help her a little bit. She was beside me, but she wasn't on top of me like normal. But she doesn't shake or hide under the table or anything. She's kind of like a medium, where I know some dogs actually are worse. It's almost like post-traumatic stress disorder with them. Yay, that's so cool. That'll be so awesome, Cynthia. Then we get to come visit you. So, I mean, there's some people on here that only like following crafting channels or gaming channels. Only gamers follow gaming, but I like everything. So I have a very eclectic subscription list. You left and you came back. Well, welcome back, Nikki. I was telling him a little about what your channel is. Mark, you're so funny. Oh, that sounds interesting. Look at you. 10 years and you still don't have a channel. You sound like me on cleaning my craft room. Oh, it's been here 10 years, but still not organized. No, my craft room's only started. There's a lot of crafters that have like 20 years and up on me. I was only a crocheter, and I didn't have a lot when I started. When I came to YouTube and learned about junk journaling, all my Sunny Fun Time mails, you guys are actually watching what I'm building my craft room with. That's why I do those mails, and to let people know where to go to shop for some good stuff. People take it different. Some people said, oh, it's like showing off because you're showing that you got this money to do this. And see, I don't look at that way at all. When I watch people do unboxings and unbaggings, I love it. People take me on trips to the Dollar Tree or different stores. I love stuff like that. That's just me. I don't ever look at it like people are flaunting their money in front of me. I just don't see it that way because I don't envy what they have. You know what I mean? There's a difference. But I enjoy, because I want you guys to see my journey of me coming here to YouTube with nothing but a bag. I have literally one tote with some yarn in it, 2 hook rug needles, and one hook rug hook and 2 crochet needles. That's all I started with. And I come here from my used bookstore and met the junk journaling people with paper. And I was like, yes, I found where I belong because I've always loved paper stuff. I mean, who didn't like to go before school with your parents in school shop? I was always the one picking out the coolest Trapper Keepers. Oh my God, did I love Trapper Keepers. And I would take and, buy little cute notepads and things. So I've always loved paper. And so coming here and you guys are seeing exactly what's coming in my craft room because that's what all the Sunny Fun Time videos are, is the building up. And then once I get it organized, because you got to realize I'm still half bookstore, half craft shop, half crafting area. So once I get it done, I'm going to do a tour and you'll get to see everything in my Sunny Fun Time mail that build up my craft room. So to me, it's like a journey of where I started, who I'm buying from off of YouTube and supporting YouTube people. There are some companies like a Cherry on Top. They sell great craft supplies. There's one right now to let you guys know. Chad, you're so goofy. Hey, Chad. Chad's Tupac. He's the white Tupac. Are you being good? And I want to share the store right now that's having things 55% off if you want to. Another destasher right now is Happy Paper People Marianne. She had a 3-day crafting clearance because she has like a store in her house besides she's getting ready to start something that's really cool, is a subscription box for craft supplies. This is going to be so much fun. So, and we've been with her the whole time before she started it. So this is really cool. I'm going to put her link in again. And I want else. Wait, let me share this first. I'm trying to get the name of it because I can't think of it. I had it wrong last night. It's called lovecrafts.com. And they're having a 55% sale. And you go to the clearance and just go. It's got everything. It's got paper and Tim Holtz dyes, and I had a field day on this website last night. Let me see if I can just get the link because it's too big to put in YouTube for some reason. You know how sometimes that happens. It's www.lovecrafts.com. I don't know if it'll let me get a littler link on this or not. Let me see. No, it's not going to let me. Sometimes these links are ridiculous. They have like all this garbage after it. Hold on, let me try to get it shorter, see if it works. Just give me a second. This should do it. Let me try it first. Yes. And then up in the corner, it has American money. But yeah, they're doing a great big sale right now in their clearance. This one's a mixture. It's got a lot of yarn, but if you go to the clearance section, it's a mixture of everything. There's paper products. Go to the menu. Maybe let me see if I can find it. No. Let me see here. Just give me a second here. Yeah, you type in clearance and you hit search and you get 15% off your first order plus Well, I guess I don't know if you use both or not, but you can filter it. Last night I was in this, it took me right it had, like, the option to click on clearance. I don't know. But some of these websites like Hobby Lobby and stuff, if you just type in clearance, you get things. Or I'll go in and I do, like, a narrow search if I don't know the name of something. If I'm working on a project and say I'm looking for black items, I just type in black and everything in their crafting that's black comes up. That's how I do mine, so something jumps out at me that I wanna use, that's how I find it if I can't think of, like, brand names and stuff. And there's our cute Stony. Well, since I call Scully Sweet Cheeks, I'm gonna call Stony Pinchy Cheeks. Oh, shoot. Pinchy Cheeks Stony. And somebody asked me what that meant one time on the web, and I said, "Did you have an aunt that ever squeezed your cheeks and went, 'You're just so cute?'" I said, "That's a Pinchy Cheeks." Oh my goodness, you guys are funny. Yeah, he's sweet cheeks. That's what I call Scully. His Scully's so kind. He's such a nice person. So, what I'm doing is there's some projects that will unfold. You won't get to see one of the projects I'm making with these because it's a surprise. And then another one's sometimes I do projects offline and I just make stuff if I plan on working on Christmas or stuff like that, like a Christmas journal. So these are okay to make because I know I'll use them. So this is all I'm doing with these for right now. Is just putting the white down and the red down. But there will be more to come with these, even though they're magazine pages that were made into envelopes. The envelopes are cute because when they're open, you can tuck hankies down inside of them and you can display them in a book if you want to. You can coffee dye these by spraying or whatever you want to do. But these are going to be for a specific project. And then what I'll end up doing with this, I don't know if I'll do them live or not, is I'm going to take and I have some white fabric that I'm going to add. And then I'm gonna add, like, a word to them and maybe some stickers, or I might draw something. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. This is just not planned. It's just random. Stony. You're so funny. Hey, Vix. No, I'm a random crafter, like, it's hard for me to build up a pile of ephemera because I don't make the same things all the time. Like, how can I explain it? Some crafters have a niche and they have like a specific design. So they stick with that design. Like they go out of the box too, don't get me wrong. Like I have a friend who just loves doing paper bags, but she also does hard books, hard she changes, but her most famous ones is these ones. This particular type. I'll show you. So you get an idea. She takes a bag and she turns this bag into a journal. Okay, so if you've got a whole bunch of these bags, all you have to do is change the theme. You know what I'm saying? Like you either add a different digital or a different style, but her books are the same, if that makes any sense. I don't do that when I do my journals. That's just her style. Mine are all different. So I can't make ephemera for certain things where she can. She just does these kind and then does a whole bunch of ephemera. That's how some of these crafters can put out like 12 of like they'll lay it out. She'll have like 12 of them laying out on her table, but they're all different designs, but it's the same template, I guess you could say. So they're able to do that, but I don't craft that way. That's why my crafts take forever because This is an example of one of mine. This is just a pamphlet one with cardstock. Another kind I like to do is the altered book. This is my favorite. I love doing these. These are so much fun. They're time consuming, but they're fun. Another one I have done is this one, where you guys have seen me with signatures. I have a hidden signature one that's my favorite one, which is my Gothica. I love this one. This is one I put the most work into so far. And she's big, and she is an example of where I'm at right now. And so mine are all different styles. I don't have like one format and then make a bunch of them. So it takes me a long time to do one. And because of that reason, I never know what I'm going to make to prepare for it. I just kind of make the ephemera as I'm making the book, if that makes any sense. Where some crafters, I envy them because they can build up ahead of time. I can't. I just can't do it. So it happens, you know, because we're all different. You know, there's another crafter friend I have. She loves to do the carpet bag type. And oh my gosh, are her journals beautiful. And that's what makes us unique, you know, because we all have our own niche on how we do stuff. And then you have some that like to distress the book covers. Like I bought this at a sale. I didn't do this. Somebody else did this. They distressed the book covers. I think I bought this off of Patty Lang a long time ago. And she's really good with distressing things. So that came from her and this came from her. These are her work, not mine. But this is also why I like to venture buying other people's journals when I go to Etsy and window shop, because I want a variety of journals in my lined up that I use. So that's another reason why I kind of like an eclectic taste of journals, I should say. Sometimes I buy them, sometimes I make them, sell them, sometimes I make them and keep them. It just depends. I never thought that I would like one of my own journals till I was in the middle of making an altered book one. And I actually fell in love with the journal because it was everything that was my style. So I kept it and I used it, and I love it because a lot of crafters, they don't use their own journals. They make it for somebody else. But this one here, 6x9s are my favorite size. But this one here was made from a Reader's Digest. And I liked it because it had winter, and my birthday's in January, and I never had one for my birthday. So this one's done differently, because most of them I never cut the pages down and just made a page. Like I did this way different than the other ones I've done. But this was fun. And I always have a peekaboo picture, and then here's a napkin. And I just had a ball because this has got Christmas in it, which is my favorite holiday, and deer. I love seeing deer here in the winter. And this is just kind of scenic. It's a little bit of everything I love. So this is going to be saved as part of my collection. But like I said, it's really hard for me to make ephemera ahead of time. I have a really hard time with that. Usually I pick out the cover of the book I want to use and decide what I want to put onto the cover. Sometimes the cover comes last, sometimes it comes first. Preferably, I kind of like it first, though, because I kind of theme my journals to what my covers are. Hey, Sierra. How are you? Sierra is another one. They do a lot of really cool crafting stuff. She has like sales of different sellers that comes on her channel, and they had some really fun stuff. I can't shop all the time, but if I see something that catches my eye, I usually jump in. But I try to give like a $10 or more order to make it worth their time because they have fees and stuff, with, billing through PayPal and stuff like that. But I do enjoy the sales. That's so cool, Stony. My daughter does too. She likes doing wreaths. She made me a wreath for my door for the holidays for Thanksgiving. That's really cute. She got the great big letter M in the center for my last name, and then she did a good job. So when I have my I gotta find my white. I don't know where my white fabric is. I have like a fabric that I want to use for these, but I don't know where it's at. I put a bunch of stuff away in my tote. So I'm gonna have to go back through my tote to see if I can find that particular fabric. But I will do a couple of these and finish them. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but I will finish these by at least 2 of them by Wednesday, so you get an idea what these are going to be. I'm going to try to. Because I know what these are going in, so. These will be interesting. These are going to be, when these are done, they're going to be glued into a journal. So if you even look at this size, say I go back to the Christmas area, this will give you kind of an example. I can take this and like glue it onto a page. And I'm thinking about maybe cutting it up here. I don't know. I might cut it up here and put a tuck down in with something, or maybe a side tuck right into here with something, or just leave it like it is and then build a pocket right here. I don't know yet. I don't know. Whatever decides to hit my brain is what it'll look like. Because at this point, I don't have a clue. I don't. And another thing too, something else I wanted to do too. We'll do it after this one. So I could give you an idea of other things. I love doing stuff like this. I've always loved crafting. I took art class, and when I was in school, we had it. It was fun. You always got to draw and paint, make stuff. So this one here, I'm going to do a little different. This will put a twist on it. I have a little puncher here. It's a corner punch. It's one of my favorites from We Are Memory Keepers. And you can also do this. You can round the corners with one of these, or you can cut them on your own. I'm terrible at cutting, so I like this best. It's just quick and easy. And I like the We Are Memory Keepers one because it gives you 3 different options where you can have a rounded, more of a point, or a semi curve. So this is cute. Cute little tool. And then you can put these on rounded if you want to. How cool does that look? You can distress them before you put on all kinds of goodies. But I'm not using distress ink right now. I just want to get these on here. Hey, Dill, are you spying again? Dill's a character. Where is your eyeballs? And there's Sandy, because I want to, Sandy. I'm working on a couple projects with red. You could use any color you want, but this is just what I'm using for examples. Dooho! But I explained at the beginning of the video, I'm working on 2 different projects to do with red. So that's why I'm using red. But you can do any color you want. It's just this is the color I happen to be working with right now. People can use blue, you can use yellow, you can use black. It's a surprise, Mark. One of them I will not be able to show till after Christmas. You're just getting to see the ephemera. You're not gonna get to see what they go into till later. So there's the rounded and there's the squared. So like I said, you never know what they're gonna go into. You will never know. What letters? Hold on, let me go back and read. I missed a bunch. Hey, Lisa. Uh-oh, Dill, what did you do? There you are, Tim. No, I have no clue what you're talking about. Oh, you mean the ones I'm gonna read? No, not yet. I don't know where they're at. I haven't been down here because of the spider problem and because it's been too hot. They're down here somewhere. I just don't know where. I'm sitting here thinking, am I supposed to be making letters for something? Sandy, I was thinking you meant the alphabet. You're welcome. Yes, spider soup. How are you doing, Lisa? Are you still in here? Sorry if I missed you. Oh, yes, Mark. My brother had those. I know exactly what you're talking about. Those were potent. I don't know if you could get high off of those things or not. But when I was a kid, I have to admit, I loved the smell of pumping gasoline. I'm not a gasoline sniffer, still go spreading rumors. But just as a kid, my mom and dad would have the window down, you know, when they were pumping gas. And oh my God, I used to love the smell of gasoline. I don't know why, but I did as a kid. I don't now. But as a kid, it was like, I don't know. It's weird. My husband told me he used to eat paste. So, how many guys in here used to eat paste? That's just gross. I was not tempted whatsoever to stick paste in my mouth, but you know, there was a crafting lady on here talking about it in the live stream a long time ago. And I was on her. She liked to eat paste too. And I'm like, you people are so gross. I can't even imagine. Ew. You know, the kind that came in the round container that you stirred? They used to eat that stuff. That's just gross. That's so funny, though. I guess to each their own. I'm serious. It was so funny, Kim. When my husband told me he ate paste, I said, "Is that what your problem is? Your brain is glued?" It's just hysterical. You have to understand my life with him, though, is why I ask him those questions. He was born a pure towhead. I mean, his hair was so blonde, it was almost white. And believe me, he has those moments. And I'm not making fun of all blondes. I'm just making fun of the one I'm married to. Because since we've been married, okay, he was in high top, steel toed boots. And we came in after a night of drinking because, yeah, we used to party at one point. And he broke his foot by twisting it in this little hole down by our steps. Even the doctor was like, high toed steel top boots, and you still broke your ankle. I said, believe me, if there's an accident, my husband can find it. And then he was in a gasoline fire. This was not fun. He was in ICU for 3 weeks because we had a big brush pile in the backyard, and he was babysitting the kids. I was actually with my parents out looking in a trade type paper for a desk, and he wasn't life flighted because he used to be a firefighter, and he knew not to breathe it. They said if he'd have breathed it, he'd have been life flighted to Pittsburgh Hospital. Because he didn't, he only had a pink tint on his throat, but he had third-degree burns down his arms. He had no eyebrows left. He had a wife beater or 100% cotton t-shirt that literally saved him the rest of his body pretty much. It was awful. That was the worst experience my husband's ever put me through, and nothing prepares you on TV for something like that. I watched that man literally peeled alive, and you don't see that shit in the movies. It was the worst experience of my life and his, and just to see it and to see a loved one suffer like that was horrible. But he made it. You know, he just when he has a tattoo, he has to be careful because his skin is gone, you know what I mean? Like, so we went through all this, and he had so many accidents, literally, between that and breaking his foot. Seriously, Kim, I had not been to the doctors in 13 years. When I finally ended up going back to the doctors, it was 13 years. He's like, "Where have you been?" I said, "Between taking care of the kids, take care of my husband. I didn't have time to get sick." But when I did, it was bad because I ended up within 2 years of each other having a gallbladder removal, 2, 3 years, and a complete hysterectomy because of cysts. It was horrible. When I get sick, like, I'm, like, in the hospital, it's a bad reason. That's what I said. I never usually get sick. I mean, maybe a sinus infection once in a while, but I'm never sick. Never. 'Cause I don't have time. Um, but yeah, it is. It is, Vix. It really is. And I feel for you because that was something. And the hospital, when I brought him home, his arms were horrible. And I had to literally, and it's not like you rip it off like a Band-Aid, you know what I mean? You got to do everything gently. He had a nurse for the first few days, what our insurance covered, and then they taught me what to do. And I had to literally take gauze and I had to unwrap his arms and slather them in bag balm. That's why I swear by bag balm, because it was hospital recommended. And he loves that stuff to this day. So I had to put it down his arms and then put it back on, and he's sitting there one day, and he's like, "Tammy, I can't take it no more," because he couldn't get a shower. He's like, "My hair, we could bed bath him," but he's like, "My hair is so freaking greasy. I swear to God, we could donate it to McDonald's and have french fries." He hates being dirty, and I don't blame him because your head itches. So me and his grandmother, I caught, his grandma came to visit, and I asked her if she would help me get a bowl, and what he did was we had a couch bed. So he laid at the bottom, and we took Johnson's baby shampoo because it's the only thing that won't sting, and literally washed his hair in a bowl at the bottom of the bed because I know I can't stand dirty hair either. So we got him clean, and he was like, "Oh my God, I feel so refreshed." Now he's bald, so it doesn't matter, but at that point, it was horrible what he went through. And, but he didn't even have a chance to light it. It was a brush pile. They don't know if it was the glass in the brush pile that exploded, but whatever hit, when he did the gasoline, what he did was he put some on the brush pile and he was making a trail back, and he had bent over to light it, and he didn't even have a chance. It exploded so loud they heard for miles, and it was crazy. And thank goodness we lived in a neighborhood where the fire department guy lived right down below us, the chief. But he wasn't home, his wife was. And Mike said the strangest thing about the whole experience was I didn't realize how bad I was burned. He said, "I came in the house." He says, "I knew to turn my face away, and I remember feeling the heat." He says, "But I didn't realize it," because he was in shock. He says, "I came in the house, I looked in the mirror, and I thought, 'Holy shit,' because he saw and his arms were still smoldering, and he walked right to her house because he knew that's where the fire chief lived, right. I mean, like, I'm talking, like, we lived here, and they lived right here at the end of our driveway. So he walked down, and, my friend Tori, she was also a friend of mine, was the wife. She was like, "Oh my God, when I saw him, I about died, Tammy." She said, "I called the ex-fire chief down the road, and he come up, and he said his skin was still smoldering. We had to throw a bucket of water on him to get him to stop, to get it to stop." So she called the ambulance, and she watched my kids until we got home. I wasn't there. So I pulled in the driveway, and I heard people running, like a bunch of kids were running to my car saying something about a fire, and I'm looking around, I didn't see no smoke, and Tori comes out, she's, "Tammy, Mike's in the hospital. He was in a fire." I'm like, "What are you talking about, a fire?" And I told Michael, "What the heck? You were babysitting the kids. What do I need to find you a babysitter too?" We joke about it now, but at the time, of course, we didn't. But it was crazy. But they put him through saltwater whirlpool baths, and he was on. Um, he said it was kind of like what he described as Demerol. When you take Demerol when you're pregnant, and it just takes you makes your mind separate from when you're delivering a baby, but you could still feel the pain. They gave him morphine, and he said that's how he felt. He said, "I could still feel everything, but my mind, it was like drifting." And I told him, "They put you in salt water whirlpool baths. Could you imagine?" I can't. I told him, "I get a little salt in a cut when I'm cooking." I can't even imagine what he felt like going through them saltwater baths. I can't. He goes, "I know I was mother effing those nurses. I was so horrible to these people taking care of me." I said, "Michael, not a word came out of your mouth. I stood outside the whole time, and you never said a word. You might have been cussing in your mind, because you were under the influence, but you said nothing because the nurses couldn't get over how quiet you were going through all that pain." So he took it like a champ. That's all I have to say. But it was bad. And so now every time, for the longest time, when he would see explosions in movies, because he likes action packs, he would flinch. Or if he would cook on the grill, it took him a long time to even cook on the grill after that experience. But he knows not to mess with gasoline anymore. He told me, he says, "I'll never touch that shit again." He says, "I don't know why I didn't think kerosene or something, a little less explosive." He said, "But I will never touch gasoline again." And I said, "What a hard lesson to learn the hard way." It was horrible. All right. Well, welcome back, Sandy. But it's just, I can't imagine people going through that kind of pain. I really can't. It would be definitely a bad experience. Definitely. Did anybody come in here that I forgot to put your link in? Or is Cynthia on top of it? She's good at this. Cynthia, some men never learn. They just don't. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. That's comical. I don't have, well, I guess I could do one. Let's play with one. Let's try the rounded one for now. So I will use this pretty fabric that I have sitting next to me. This is definitely different. Not my fabric scissors. Where are you hiding? There you are. Ripping is such fun. Get it. don't have any. I hear my doggy again. Roni, I just took you out, Missy. Let me get these pieces off of here. We'll fluff it up a little bit. I like having a little fluffy piece of fabric. This isn't the white one I was looking for, though. This is a different one. Okay. I want to get like a word to go with this. So we'll do this one. This will kind of give you a little bit of an idea what I'm working towards. And what did I do? I don't think I have any over here. Let me check. Oop. Ooh, this one might work. No, that's a Valentine one. It's not for Christmas. I'm not going to use that one. Plus, I want you to see one from scratch. So I thought I had some of my tabs because I have a whale tail, but I don't think I have any over beside me. So let's see here. Let me find my whale tail so I can make one. And if you don't know what a whale tail, this is what a whale tail is. This is one of the most sought after things ever. It came from Stampin' Up! And they discontinued it, which is absolutely crazy. And then people on eBay got a hold of it and they're selling it for like hundreds of dollars, which is crazy. But it is what it is. So to give you an idea, let me figure out what I'm going to put inside here. You're making me really wing it, people. This here. This one here we will do. Okay, let's use this as an example. Choose a book already started. Because if you want to see how I put it in a journal, then I'll show it to you. See, this one's Christmas. So we'll do something like this. Like maybe right here. Okay. Let me distress this a little bit since I have the coffee dyed next to it. So I'm going to pull it out my distressing pad. We're going to go in with Ground Espresso, which is this dark brown one right here. And we're going to edge this up to make it look grungy. Okay. So there's that. Since you're going to make me wing it, I might as well wing it all the way. Okay. Now we're going to take I don't know where I want to put the so we're going to wait. Okay. So what we're going to do with this one is I will make a tag coming out the top. So I can open the envelope, shut the envelopes, and I can reopen them if I want to. So we'll reopen this one just from the top. So that's why it's already closed, but now we have this opening. So we're going to use that for a place to stick a tag into. Sometimes you can leave them closed if you want. You can leave them open. You can make a top tuck. You can make 2 side tucks right there if you want to. There's so much potential. So I need to find something to come out of the top. So let me see here. All these books, really, Tam? You have double pages right near you. This often happens. I gotta have a book page somewhere. No, I don't want to use that one. Let me look at my scraps. Yes. That one's not thick enough. Need a thicker page. Okay, this will work. So we're going to take this. I don't want to use my fabric scissors or paper. And we're going to cut down to the words. And then you got to watch books you pick from because you don't want smut showing either. Because some romance books, yeah. And then we're going to take the whale tail. I'm going to stick it all the way in. Cut the whale tail off. I always like looking at the bottom because that's just me. Then you take the whale tail and you fold it. This is what I'm going to do with it. And then I'm going to take, I don't know if this will cut fabric or not. Let me see. It might, I don't know if this piece is big enough. May not be, but let me try it. I don't want to try it. Most of these times, these punches are only for paper, but we're going to test it. I like pushing my items to the limit. Nope, it's not going to cut. So the whale tail and the punches do not work on fabric. Okay. That's okay, though. And what do I do with that piece of cardstock? Let's just do this. It should be. Sometimes if you want a thicker tab, you can also do this. Yeah, that'll work. Like that. So we're going to take this and we're going to glue it to this. And I think I'm going to use, shoot, I didn't bring it in here. Do I have any down here? Yeah, we do. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac glue for this because this is less wrinkly looking because it's not water-based. So we'll use this for this. I like my Lena's, but I like Fabri-Tac too for certain purposes, especially fabric. Okay. So we'll glue that like that. And then what can I use for journaling purposes? How about what do I have under here? I don't have any green paper. So we're gonna wing it with something else. What the heck are my note cards? Here it is. Here's one. I found one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this, we'll go by this. Okay, Tammy, only need one. Note cards are cheap. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. Come on. And that will fit right there. So that's kind of cool. Far down in does that go? Maybe too far down in for the tab. We need a longer paper. Want something with lines in it though. So let's try this piece instead. All about trial and error. It could be paper, it could be cardstock, it could be whatever. It doesn't have to be. I just want something with lines. You don't gotta do lines. It's just I like doing lines. So we're gonna do with this. We're just gonna start it right there. Since that kind of gave me enough width. And we're gonna go up here like this. Then we're gonna take this paper. And then we will see how far down in here we can get this to go, because I want a little piece of this sticking out the top. So let's go about right here. That works. And then we can take this. This is going to help me measure. And then we're going to put this tab right here. I'm going to pull it up a little more. Yeah, about right there. Okay. So let's glue here. And glue back here. And then we're going to stick the tab to it. And I don't think I have other stuff down here that's upstairs. But there's a tab, and you can pull this out, and you can use this for journaling purposes. But you can also decorate this a little more if you want to, like a ribbon or an eyelash trim or something pokey at the top. Okay, so let's continue. Let me look here. Oh, neat. That would be cool, Mark. Good call. I tried to look for, you know, the dyes that make this, but I like my whale tail punch. It's very smooth. But I never thought about the Batman. Coolness. Hold on, let me get back here. Hey, Ashley. How are you? Thank you so much for helping, Cynthia. Sandy, you're funny. I don't have any butcher paper, but that's a good idea. Heck, woman, I don't even iron. Do you know what's funny? It's so sad, Sandy. I actually finally broke down and bought a sewing machine because I didn't even have one of those, and I still haven't used it. It's a cute one. It's a little one. It's not a Singer. It's called Andres or something, but I haven't had a chance to even try it out yet. It's sitting on my table. I'm so used to using glue. Sandy. Hey, my cooking does too. I got a story about gas too, Sandy. My husband was so funny because he always jokes. I know this is a man thing. He would sit there and say, "My farts smell like flowers." So, yes, guys, I'm going to tell you what I did to my husband. So, one night he had eaten beans for dinner. Let's just say we have a guest room. I guess I could go in there, but we do have a king size bed. So, he decides to fart all night long in his sleep because of having those beans. So, you know what I did? I took the comforter, threw it over his head. He jumped out of his sleep. I swear this happened. He says, "What the hell? Did the sewer line break?" And I said, "No, those are your flowers. Welcome to my world." I had to share. That was absolutely hysterical that night. I never laughed so hard in my life. He says, "You're just wrong." I told him, "No, that was right." Oh, shoot. I have never sewed. When you sew on paper, I know, somebody posted how to do it. I've never done it yet. The only sewing I've ever done was when I was younger. We were in home ec class, which was one of my favorites. I loved home ec. And me and my mom had to make a pillow, and we sewed together the pillow holder and then bought the stuff to go in it, but and the letters on it. Like I'm so used to sewing by hand, I never needed a sewing machine. When I was in Girl Scouts, I learned how to do embroidery. So we always had to sew everything by hand, so that's how I learned. But my mom had a sewing machine when we were growing up, but I never used it. My sister used it more than me because she used to create Barbie dolls and stuff. She was really good at it. I'm surprised she didn't stay with it, but I just never got into it. She had the easy bake oven. I was climbing trees. My sister was sewing. Yeah, I was playing in the mud on, dirt bikes and four wheelers. I just wasn't girly. What can I say? I was a tomboy. I was not into that crap. And so I feel like I'm taking a step backwards because I I had to do badges in Girl Scouts to earn them. You know, we had to do certain things, but I've never learned to be girly until here lately. I'm actually learning more crafts now than I did back then. But I did crochet in Girl Scouts. I did embroidery. We had the big hoops and the pattern. You had to sew it, make it look pretty. We had oh my gosh, I still have all my Girl Scout badges somewhere. They're buried in my hope chest somewhere down here in this spidery basement. But cookie badge, um, love Girl Scout cookies. We were part of the Black Diamond unit when I was there. We used to go camping and stay in cabins. We did a lot of stuff when I was in Girl Scouts. We had to start a fire using flint. We had to build, you know, a place out of sticks, like a teepee type thing. We did a lot of cool stuff. I still remember the desserts we made over the campfire. And it's funny because I saw one of them in Daphne's Diaries, almost like what we used to make. Daphne Diaries had a recipe from, because I think they're out of the UK is where they're based. What, I can't remember. They're either Australian or UK because I just put an order in for Daphne Diary magazines are so beautiful. But you took a banana and you cut the slit open. Now on Daphne's they removed the slit, but we left it there. And what we did was you leave the shell of the banana peeling and you scoop the bananas out. You mix chocolate chips and tiny marshmallows in with the banana and you stir it all together and you stick it back into the banana peel and then you put the flat back down, roll it up in aluminum foil and let it cook in a fire. That is a great tasty treat for kids. If you got kids, it's definitely awesome. That was one of the things I remember us making. But we used to have fun. And I forget, they had pizza makers where they already had it formed where they were round, and then you had to put, I can't remember what we used for the dough, like a bread dough maybe, I don't know, but I remember us smashing stuff down and then we had to put the sauce and stuff on it, and then we closed it and cooked it in the fire. Oh, I know, weren't they good, Cynthia? I loved Girl Scouts. Nowadays, it's like they don't do anything, you know, like my daughter joined, you know, years later, of course, in the 90s, she went into one and they didn't do anything. They made one paper towel roll holder. And I'm like, what? That's what I did in shop class. She never got to go camping or nothing. But we had to learn survival skills. Like it was good when we were in it. We had fun. I loved it. I loved Girl Scouts and brownies. I didn't go to the cadet stage. I was a brownie and then a Girl Scout. They were fun. So we have this little slidey thing here. And down here, what do I want to do? Like I said, I don't have any words beside me that I want it particularly like big enough. Maybe. Let me see. Nothing like with Christmas though. Sometimes I like to print off words because I can use my art program to resize them. Oh, you know what? I never thought about that. Hold on, maybe I do. Maybe. We'll do this one as Christmas. Yes, I forgot about the words I cut out of magazines. Okay. So let's see here. Here they have a lot of red, but I don't see a whole lot in green. This is kind of cute. It's a lot of red though. Let me see if I can find one in a different color. Oh, here's one with the little red truck. So we can put that as Merry Christmas. We'll do a Christmas one because I love Christmas. And I know that there's a lot of people in the crafting community that don't like doing holiday ones. And how, I don't know if there's new people in here or not, but how I utilize the holiday ones, this is just me personally. I will go into Etsy and look for like the handheld kind, like the one I'm working in right now. I only use the Christmas journal for the month of Christmas, just the whole month of December. I use the Halloween one for the whole month of October, and I use a Valentine's one the whole month of February. So I am one of those people that does look for the holiday ones. And what I do with the Christmas is I start December 1st. Even if my other book doesn't end previous to it, that's okay. I'll just put to be continued going to my Christmas journal, and I'll come back and finish that journal. But so my journals are all over the place. I will give a person a really fun way to read my journals once I pass away. They're gonna have fun trying to figure it out because I'm back and forth. But I like the Christmas time one for Christmas because I journal the whole month. And then at the end, I leave like pages that have like, say, like this, how it's got like a decorative page. This one here, I won't write on. I use these to post all the pictures of my grandkids and family members over Christmas. That's what these pages are for. So I kind of like scrapbook it on those pages, but I do like the holiday ones. And some people are like, well, we made holiday ones and they don't sell. Well, I haven't been to your store then because I do like buying those kind if I don't make them. But I like the holiday ones. I think they're cool. Halloween, I don't celebrate it because it's, I don't know, we don't have trick or treaters anymore. It's all trunk and treat and stuff like that here. But I love Halloween journals. I love the colors that they come out with where they have like the purple behind the witches and they have the green for the Frankenstein face and they have the little black. I just love the color of Halloween. So I still will use a Halloween journal the whole month, which is fun to me. And I do go window shopping in Etsy and I'll look for some. And then if I don't find any, I make my own. But I do look. I met a few people that had YouTube channels I didn't know that way. That's another way of networking. What I do is I buy one of their journals and then I say, hey, I did an unboxing and link it to them. I see, I know how to network. You can network away from YouTube without having a whole bunch of social medias. But I'll go in and it's fun because some of them that don't have YouTube came to YouTube or they have YouTube channels and you haven't met them or they're just excited that you bought something out of their store. One lady, it was her daughter. She made the journal and she said, my daughter got the biggest kick out of your video and you trying to figure out how she made it. It's fun. Etsy's a great place to go look for people. That one's a little too big. So what I might do is we'll have that's got Merry Christmas, so I want a different word. We can do the word great. So this is what I'll do. Okay. I have this little bag filled with words. It's a little baggie. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to distress this a little bit just because I did the edges. Still should be a little bit on here. We grunge it. Some people like distressing, some people don't. I like both ways, so it gives a little bit of distressing there. And then we'll take this and put it at the top. This is just something simple. I'm not going to get too fancy on this because this is kind of like for newbies, kind of like scrapbooking 101 or junk journaling 101, I should say. And then down here, Can put this piece of fabric. So if you want to know why I close my envelopes, it's because it gives it thicker. It's thicker, more sturdier, and I've used it, like I said, as a crafter, you're constantly changing, especially when you sell your craft stuff. And when you have an Etsy store, you put like stuff in it for so long. And then after people don't buy it after a certain period of time because they bought it up one way, then you change it. That's how I do my Etsy. Of course, I don't have nothing in my Etsy right now. It's collecting dust. But I will get there when my house is done. It's not finished yet because my next goal was to get it back into doing my Etsy once my house is scrubbed down, but I still got a ways to go. So we have the word bright, and I think the glue came through the fabric enough to put it down. And then you can add fun little items like, it's a cool little red button. Like a little lacy looking white button. We'll pick out some. And or we could even do some green since we don't have a lot of green. Yeah, because we get enough red. Let's go for some green. Put something like that there, something like that there. This here. You could either glue these on or sew them. Either or. So we'll put that button there. And since this isn't going to be tucked in anything, it's okay. Usually when I put stuff inside of like tucks and stuff, I try to make them as flat as possible. Because if you don't, and you go to stick like this down in a pocket, it'll knock off your dimensional stuff or it'll rip. So if this was a tuck, I would treat it differently. And then we'll do like that right in the center. And some of these are just fun. You know, you can get some of this stuff at the sales. You can get some of these at crafting places. Oriental Trading has a lot of cute stuff in it for decent price too. Oh, we get some green stickles. Looky here. Now this is going to take a little bit to dry. Hold on, let me shake this first. Love stickles. Oh, do I love stickles? Stickles are really cute because they give a shimmer. If you want that little bit of bling. So we're just going to take this and I'm just going to make a little zigzag line up and down right here. Doesn't have to be perfection, just to give it a little bling. And these are awesome. Stickles are so awesome. I love them. They just give that little fun piece. And then this is what it looks like up close. And this was just from, I should have used, hold on. Let me get my bone folder. Come on, where are you at? I'm going to smooth this out a little bit so it don't have wrinkles in it. That's what your water-based glues do. They cause wrinkles sometimes. But anyways, it looks like this up close. Then you got your green stickles and some buttons, and it says braids. And then there you go. You created a cute little tag for your journal. And then since the stickles are not dry, I've got to wait a little bit. But what I'm going to do with this, you could even turn it into even more, like if you want to get fancy, you could scoot it over and do a couple side tucks here, do one in the back, but I'm not going to be fancy today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this envelope into this book, and you don't even have to use a vintage or a brown distress. You can buy those in different colors too. Like I've got the stuff I use for distressing. I have it in red. I have it in different colors too. And then there you go. There's another piece added to your journal. I think the ephemera part is, you know, you're getting your pieces and stuff like that, and your ephemera part's the one it takes the most time to me when you're journaling. But this one here is just an easy one I did. It's only one signature. I just took random coffee dyed papers. This was a red cardstock, but I liked this paper, but it wasn't thick enough, so I glued it to cardstock as an outline. And this is a Christmas journal. Probably I'll use this year. But I did the coffee dyed papers, and I did this as a decoration. This is a book page with different things attached to it. A button and some distressing and just Nuvo drops and some stenciling. And then it goes into a piece of cardstock that matched it, so I put it in. To music page, which I heard the bells on Christmas Day ring out loud bells. If you have Christmas books that are falling apart or books no longer being used by your local school chorus, this is the perfect place to put them because we upcycle. And here's two more of my coffee dyed pages in music. And then it goes into the Christmas. This is the center of the signature, which I made this one. Make this one long. What did I do with this one? Yes, I made this one with a star hanging off of it. It's a charm, and you can use this because I made it long enough to mark your page that you're on, so it's like a bookmark beside your signature. And then there's more coffee dyed music. I like more writing in my journals, but I think it's cool to have a little bit of ephemera. Sometimes I like crafty journals, but sometimes I don't like them over crafted. And there's another one. And then it goes into this and then this. And this book's pretty much done after this. I'm not going to add no more to it. So there you go. And that's how you make a journal. You can do your bills in it. You can keep lists in it. You can do anything you want. Men can use them just as much as women. Dill. I'm definitely not a genius. I'm a newbie at this. There's a lot of other crafters, believe me. If you would see some of the things they do, it just blows you away. There's a lot that's been in it longer than me, but I'm a simple one. I'm a simple crafter. Because I like watching people do different things. That's like, you want to see something really cool. Lisa Jameson's video. Let me pull her video up from today. I'm telling you guys, this is so cool. I was watching her earlier, and she was showing in her live stream what she's making right now. And you can even see it in the thumbnail. She is making the most adorablest hot air balloon I've ever seen. Look at this. Just click on the video real quick right now. Just look at her thumbnail. I mean, if you get a chance and you want to watch something like this, like I said, there's so many different crafters out there, whether it's paper or something else, but I love her thumbnail. And this is like the cutest thing. I can't wait till she finishes it. you know, you've got your painters and your so many different styles of artists on here, but, oh, that I can't wait till the her hot air balloon's done. It's gonna be, like, the coolest thing ever. Okay, where's Stoney at? Is he still in here? You guys wanna hear something funny? Let me get it up here first. Let me find it. Wait a minute. Okay. This is so funny. Wait a minute. This is comical. He's gonna kill me for doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, let me find it. Okay. Oh my god, I can't stop laughing. Okay, you ready? This is a voice message my crazy husband sent me last night. This is my crazy hubby. You ready?
Cloud maker, make me a cloud. Little blue bridges, very loud. Well, I say, young lady, I wasn't speaking about you. No way. I was talking about the old crazy guy. They call him Pappy. And he is happy. And he's the cloud maker. Yeah.
That's absolutely hysterical. He leaves me the craziest voice messages. He's singing to me on the way home from work. He gets off work at 10:30 and he's on his way, and this is what I get for messages. And the cloud maker he's talking about, that's a plant he drives past. It blows pollution. It blows pollution out of it. But it's hysterical because when my daughter was little, she saw it because there's this one part of the town I live in that you drive through and it stinks so bad. And everybody goes, ew, who passed the gas? Because it's just that plant. Well, my daughter was little. She had the biggest imagination because she came out and said, Mom and Dad, is that the cloud maker? she thought she thought that's where clouds came from because when it blows, you get these like little puffs. And it does look like clouds. So I thought that was absolutely hysterical when my daughter asked me that. So now when he drives past it, he sings the Cloudmaker song. It's so funny. These are the messages I get. I'm like trying to concentrate on something and he leaves me these crazy messages, but it's a good thing. He used to draw me stick people. He would draw stick people with these funky looking faces and they would have cigarettes and smoke coming out. And he would leave them in my he used to do it to me and the girls. He would go through their homework and he would draw these little stick people and the kids would laugh. They would go to work, you know, school and be like, Dad, what was you doing in my notebook? He was spying on them, leaving them stuff, but it was funny. He's so funny sometimes. He comes in here later. Did you miss the song, Metro? You know how you take your girlfriend on good dates? My husband leaves me voice messages where he sings to me. He's so goofy. Here's the song he sang, Metro. Can you hear it? Wait a minute, let me get it up here. I'll play it for you.
Cloud maker, make me a cloud. Little blue bridges, very loud.
Oh my God, he's so that's hysterical. He's so goofy. That's his little love note voices. Oh my gosh. He's crazy. Thank you, Cynthia. Oh my gosh, he cracks me up. So anyway, if any of you add the channels, I'm gonna put Marianne's in here. You tell her, you go in and you say Tammy sent me. But here's Marianne's channel. She's so funny too. She's creative too. Um, there's her channel, and then I already put Lisa's in. They're on the verge of 1K. They're not there yet. Marianne's at 645, and Lisa's at. I always love doing the 1K. Everybody gets so excited. Lisa's at 507 subscribers. And she's getting ready to do a really nice paper pack giveaway if you're a crafter when she reaches her 1,000 subbies. So, no, that's her 500 giveaway. I'm sorry, but she's at 507, and she'll probably do another giveaway at 1,000, and then Marianne's doing a really nice giveaway for her 1,000 subscribers. She's the one that's putting in a great big bunch of craftings. She's got rules that you got to do in her comment section, and but she's such an awesome person too. She's fun to buy from, and she's got great people who hang out with her too. But she just did a warehouse clearance, and her sale was a lot of fun. But she's at the one that's at 645 subscribers. Happy Paper People with Marianne. They do crafting chats on certain days. The last one they did was making wax seals. I missed it. I need to go back and rewatch it because I didn't get to see the whole thing because I want to play with wax seals. And this is Marianne. That's Marianne. Look at all them crafts behind her. My crafter doesn't look like that. She's got an amazing craft room. She dabbles in a little bit of everything. But she's got a really nice personality. All right, Dill. Thanks, Cynthia. Oh, bull. Dill, stop it. Dill has fun content too. He's a fun person. Don't you be fibbing. Yes, it's a lot of fun, Metro. Me too. I've been hitting a lot of people trying to catch up. I have quite a few people I've met through the Philippines have been really great supporters here lately. I like having different countries. All right, Mark, you have a good one too. Number 46, you're busy. Take care, Mark and Dill. I know, I kind of go on late for you, Mark. I need to have an earlier time. Maybe someday I can reorganize my schedule to do maybe a day a little earlier. Right now, I can only do one live a week. Yes, they are, Cynthia. They really are. It's been really cool to get around and mix into different countries. I enjoy that. I enjoyed that even when I was in Yahoo Chat. I don't have enough people from Australia and England come in. I think it's because I come on so late. I'm surprised Blondie hasn't popped in though. I don't know what time it is in her part of Australia. Usually she pops in and says hello. But I got a bunch of envelopes to work on. These might be different colors. I'm not doing every one of these in red. This was just to give an example of what I do with some of them. Just something simple. But we'll leave this dry overnight so it can sit out. But I like how that turned out. I think it's cute. It's simple. And it's got a little secret tuck spot right there. I like it. I probably could put a button or something right there too, but we'll see. I don't like overdoing it. That is cute. That can dry overnight. I do have a couple postcards sitting here that will look cute in there too, though. But I don't know. You can do postcards down in that pocket. There's so many options. But at least this gives you a little bit of an idea. I do like to win crafted chats. I think they're fun. But I just a beginner. I just a newbie. Who knows what I'll do with the rest of these. I have a die cut machine, so I could turn those into decorations too. Because I probably won't use all that red on these. I'm not making that many envelopes in red. And then here's some flowers. I actually made these flowers off of advertisements. I just went through and had fun with them. I got a whole bag of flowers to pluck from. Yep. So what are you doing for your special date? Do you have any special plans? Oh, I didn't get to say goodnight to Tim. Take care, Tim. Mark. That was funny. He's not in any record label, but he is a riot for sure. He's a funny person at times. He can be silly when he's in a good mood. So we can take this, put that up there, and that'll stay aside to dry. Let that dry overnight. And then this one here, we can make something new. Oh, we can do another one. I have some cute little florals I can add to this. Or maybe something like this. Let me see. I kind of like that one advertisement I had out here earlier. Look at my little bag of goodies. This one here is kind of cute because it's kind of plaid-ish. This one. I can cut this a little better. It says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. See if we can cut this down a little more. How much will hang over and how much will not. That's really cute. I like that. Use this. I know it's terrible. Alrighty, Metro. Well, you have a great date with your girlfriend. I hope you have fun. Make it special. She seems like a really cute girl. So we'll put that there. And let me see. What kind of a flower? If I have any white ones in here or not. I guess I could do the back of one. Let me see. Maybe like this one. Maybe a little bigger. How about there? Hey, Peg. Are you being good, mister? So we'll put that there and maybe do what do I have in here? That might be too late. I did one of those already. Don't want to do a purple button. Maybe the shiny one. That looks cute. But that wouldn't show up real good. So maybe just do maybe I'll just do this with this. Yeah, that looks good by itself. We change our minds so much. As crafters, it's crazy. So we'll put this up here in the left-hand corner. And then we'll take this little bead, just a little flat back, and put this in the center. Need to find like some Christmas stickers. or something, something. I don't think I have anything laying around. Like a little piece of ephemera. Let's see. I'm looking. This one here, I think I might do is a side. There we go, using the wrong scissors. So I'm going to take and cut this open from this side. So that whenever I do the tuck, it can go in sideways on this one instead of up and down. So that'll be cool. And in the meantime, let me look at my brads. This brad's kind of cute. So we'll take this brad. I love brads. They're so decorative to add to when you want a little bling bling. So we'll take this. It's a musical note. I want it about right there. Come on. Come on, my little pokey tools. Need a little pokey tool. I can use this as a little pokey tool. You know what? I know what I'll use. It's even better than that. Let me find you. There you are. We'll take my awl. That's better. Poke a little hole right there. Because sometimes these brads are flimsy and these pieces will break. So you do kind of got to be careful with them. Poke that through the hole. Then go inside and fold it out. It gives a little character too. See? There's a little... Come on, focus. Wish my camera upstairs would focus like this one. Maybe. Come on. Must be the shine. There it is. You see that little musical note? And then there's the little flower petal. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Yeah. So there's that one. Okay. This is why I like everything within my reach. I have a hard time when my stuff's put away because I like to have everything where I can grab it when I'm doing a live. Like right there. So that's cute. That's really cute. I feel like I want to just, I don't know. Just want to do a squish. Like, what can I use to squish with? I know what I can do. Let's try this. I always got to put bling into my stuff. I don't know why. Just a little bit. Just want to take this teeny weeny little paintbrush. We're going to dip it in this stuff here. I have no clue how this is going to turn out, but I want to squish it. Squish. I do a squish. Squish, squish, squish. Squish, squish, squish. Squish. No rhyme or reason. I just want to squish. Then we'll come over here. I guess I could have stenciled, but I wanted to squish. So there, I squished. Oh my word, Timmy, what are you doing? I don't know. I have no clue what I'm doing, people. Clean my brush off. Stay still. And then what else I want to add to this? Maybe. No, that wouldn't pull that out. Let's try and see if this will work. Probably won't. No, that's broke. That's right. I forgot I broke this. Darn it, I got more of this upstairs. But yeah, I broke this one. Ew. I don't know what happened to this, but it like got stuck up in the tube for some odd reason. Let's see what happens. I don't even know if it's got anything in it or if we don't come out. It's not doing anything. Nope. It's coming out the bottom. Darn it. Anyways. I don't know if I can get this though. Okay, let's try this. Where I squished it. Let's add a little glitter. Come on. I broke this tube. It don't want to come out the top for some odd reason. So we're just gonna do a little blend here. I got it all over my finger. Oh no! He's here. You missed it, Mike. You missed the encore. You ready? You listening, Mike? Hey. What'd you type in okay for? I played it for YouTube, Mike. You ready? I played it for YouTube, Mike.
Cloud maker, make me a cloud. Little blue bridges, very loud.
Ready? Mark was in here earlier and he says, who signed him on to record? What record music studio signed you on, Mike? That's Mike singing a song. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Did you hear it, Mike? I don't know if he's lurking or not. Michael, did you hear what I played for you on YouTube? I don't know if he's still here. I just sent him a voice message. So we have a little bit of silver. I'm going to cover this stuff up. I actually found this on a site. It's called Opal Polish. He's probably not paying attention. And then I will take, let's see if the red and the green still work. These are okay. They're the Elmer glitter glues, but the tubes aren't the best. I don't know if you can transfer these into a glue bottle from like the Dollar Tree or not. So we're just going to put a little dot of green up, down, up and down right here. Well, that wasn't supposed to do that, but that's okay. I'm making a mess because I'm experimenting. Let me scooch this over. This is all an experimenting fun. Did you hear what I played? Don't you want me? Listen. You ready?
Cloud maker, make me a cloud. Little blue bridges, very loud.
It's all an experimenting fun. I played you. Mark says, who signed him on the record label? We was listening to your music. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we'll take the red and dab it on the bottom. And then dab it on the top here. I'm sick of these spiders, dude. They're horrible. Okay. What, you like listening to yourself sing on YouTube? You know you're global now, Mike. You are global. Surprised my one grandson hasn't been in here picking on me. Okay. So this one quite didn't come out looking like a dot up here, but that's okay. So it's just got a little bling added. Cute. So there we go. We got our bling. Bling, bling, bling. Oh, you're crazy. I wish the spiders down here would dance. They're horrible. So there's the next one. So that's about it, guys. I made 2 decorations for you, and then I'll put something in the side of this right here for a side tuck. And it's done. Done, 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 done. So I think I'm going to call it quits early tonight. I got meatballs up in the crock pot. I got to go stir them and all that happy crap because hubby's going to be coming home and he says, I'm hungry. So make sure you stop at the store and pick up the stuff I need, mister. So with that, thanks everybody for coming in. I hope you met some great new channels. Thank you, Peg. And, oh, whatever time zone you're I'm just dropping stuff left and right. So whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're having a great one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.